All right, we're sitting here with Tim Edwards. He is the shop manager here at Fifth Gear Automotive in Louisville. How long have you been a technician?
Pretty much my whole life. I grew up in the automotive industry. My dad had me working on, carburetors and car parts and sitting down when I was 3 years old, tinkering on stuff. So almost my whole life, professionally since I was 18 years old, fresh out of high school.
Wow. Let's talk about Fifth Gear Auto here in Louisville. So about how many cars a week come through the shop and what type of cars are we seeing?
About 85 cars a week. We specialize in European vehicles, Porsche, BMW, Mercedes, those types. We also work on domestic and Asian vehicles. We call those the rest of the world. But yeah, we do about all of them, and right at about 85 cars right now.
These guys that are very interested in becoming a technician, what would you say are the steps that they need to take in order to become a technician?
First thing I would say is start tinkering with stuff, hands-on experience, play with the vehicle that you have now. Start learning a little bit about, spark plugs and what they do, and learn a little bit about the different systems on vehicles. From there, maybe a UTI or a technical school. Get yourself a little bit of tools, get yourself, some experience, some hands-on education, some classroom education. And then from there, try to find a facility or a shop or a dealership who's willing to take on someone who's pretty new to the industry. Not all shops are willing to do that, but if you find the right one where they have a trainer or a foreman or someone that can oversee you while you're learning, that's probably the best route. Get in somewhere where they're willing to put in some time and some effort for you as well. So ASC it stands for Automotive Service Excellence. They're the people that do the training and the certifications for automotive technicians. So ASC is who we go to do our test, and we do that every 5 years, recertify on all different systems on cars. And if you're like me and you have all the different systems tested and up to date, then you're what's called a master technician. That's the gold seal that you see. Typically, if you just have brakes or suspension or one of the others, you have a silver seal. But yeah, they're the company that we lean towards. The automotive industry leans towards to judge, how certified you really are as a technician.
Can you also talk about what are some of the characteristics that you would believe a person needs to have in order to be a successful technician?
A lot of drive, be very motivated. I'd say that. It's a commission-based job, so you have to kind of hunt for your own money. I guess you could say you got to get out there and find it and earn it, and no one's just going to give you anything. So there's a lot of drive and motivation. A lot of details involved in taking apart very complex systems and putting them back together the correct way. So detail oriented. If you're somebody who really picks up on the small details of things, that's a great trait to have. And then of course mechanically sound. If you can look at something and take it apart with your mind and put it back together just in your head and see how it comes apart, if you're that type of person, that's an awesome trait to have also. So taking those few traits and just putting some time and some elbow grease into it and be willing to learn. You're not always going to win every time. Sometimes there's some mistakes, but if you look at it as an opportunity to learn something and you learn from those mistakes, that's how you grow as a technician. Here at Fifth Gear, we have a team of technicians. We have a team of sales guys or service writers. We have a team that's a marketing team. We have lots of different teams, and we're all one big team. So you definitely have to work with other people really well. You have to be pretty open-minded to fit into our organization with not so, all about me. It's got to be about the whole team. And we genuinely stand by that. We look at guys and make sure that they are team-oriented and team players, because that's what it takes to build something big and be really good is the whole team. It takes, the guys out back washing the cars. It takes the guys up front calling the customers. It takes the guys who actually put their hands on the cars. It's not just one person here.
You talk about, are there any technicians that are on staff that started with no experience and worked their way up?
Absolutely, yeah. Actually, our three highest guys right now, Nathan has been here, I want to say like 15 years. He started out at 16 years old sweeping floors and decided to move to the alignment rack in the oil change position, and then he moved tremendously over those years. Nick and Luis have both come from Discount Tires, so they had a little bit of tire experience, lug nuts, tires, breaking them on and off, balancing, stuff like that, but they didn't have any actual technical experience under the hood. So They both started here. They also went to the alignment oil change position. We call that our general service position. And from there, they moved their way up and bought more tools and got more experience and more knowledge and worked their way into the line, is what we call it, which is where our full flag technicians work at.
There was one car that you could pick to work on for the rest of your life. What car would that be and why?
I had to pick one, probably my 68 Camaro, but I'd have to have unlimited funds to go along with that. Ready?
All right, Tim, is there any advice that you would like to give the students who might be curious or interested in becoming a technician?
Yeah, I mean, go make a little bit of an investment in some tools and, start tinkering on your mom's brake jobs and stuff like that. Using the internet, YouTube. I know a lot of people think it's funny using YouTube videos, but, get your knowledge from those places. There's a wealth of knowledge on the internet, and start working with things and start figuring out how to take things apart and put them back together, and you'll get there for sure.
All right. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.